I'm Natasha, and 7 years ago, I left the life that I thought I was supposed to live.
Whoa.
I started traveling to find a place that felt like home. It's brought me to experience adventure on 5 continents and live in some incredible countries. It's what makes me feel alive. But since the pandemic hit, this feeling for home has gotten stronger, and it's what's pushed me to go to Sweden, a place that for some reason makes me feel at home. So subscribe and let's get exploring.
Good morning, friends. We are in Visby in Gotland. I'm super excited. I've had almost no sleep all night, but I'm so stoked on life right now. I'm so stoked on Sweden right now. So I just took the ferry over and dropped off my bags. So we're gonna go explore the city while I still have energy. I've just been walking around Visby. The buildings are like nothing I've seen before, so it's really exciting to find out what is here. And right now I'm in the middle of an old rundown medieval church from the 16th century. All I really know about Gotland so far is that it's a must-see, thanks to a lot of you and your recommendations. But the other thing is that there used to be Vikings here, so we're gonna find out more about that.
My imagination started to run wild as I continued exploring, fantasizing about fairy tales and coming up with intricate stories and trying to imagine ancient times.
A couple of things that make Visby unique, in my opinion, are that it's actually a World Heritage Site and it was inaugurated in 1995. It's got tons of secrets, like many years ago, of using tar on walls of houses so that they don't burn down.
Places where things are hidden, like the remains of a priest from an old rundown church, or there are stories that say this cathedral had a drawbridge that connected to this hill that would come down so gold and silver could be brought in and stored. I don't know if it's still there nowadays or even if it's 100% true or not. I heard this from a local, but I like to imagine it like this though.
And I haven't even cracked the surface, but I'm absolutely starving now. And instead of going around to the city wall and seeing what else there is to show you, I need a bit of a break. I need some food in my belly. All right. So I had a lovely lunch. Oh my gosh, I needed that energy. Had a lovely salmon, some local craft beer from the island. And then I had a choice between taking the bus, which is 30 minutes, or walking an hour with my bag in the rain. And actually, since I have waterproof everything, I decided, why not? And I'm going through a nature reserve right now, so I'm right next to the highway, and on the other side of these trees is the sea. So I can't really go wrong, so I just keep following this path in the nature reserve. They say that you can pick any wild mushrooms or wild berries in Sweden under the freedom to roam idea, but the thing is you have to know which ones are okay to eat, especially when it comes to mushrooms. But I'm not gonna pick these, but I'm just gonna appreciate the fact that nature's beautiful. It's raining and I'm still smiling. It's times like these where it's kind of like, I think, what's the point of having a life if you're not gonna live it? Right now, I'm living. I'm so happy.
I eventually made it to my bed and breakfast, and in case you're curious, this is a place I got last minute for 70 euros. It was a bed, and well, the breakfast was pretty amazing. Alright, cool. Day 2 starting. I'm outside the port here, right behind me, and I've decided to rent a bike and a little cart. Wish me luck. After the impromptu bike rental, I hopped on and within 2 minutes realized I didn't know where I was going. But a little Googling and I was on my way for real. You know what's funny is I haven't ridden a bike in probably over a year, maybe even longer, because I didn't have one in Barcelona. And it feels so good. Oh my gosh. And if you didn't know, Gotland is situated in the Baltic Sea. So it's the first time I've been to this sea. It's unreal biking next to the sea here. I'm struggling. This cart is not made for what I'm trying to do. It's like there's 20 kilos in the cart and I've only got 7 gears, and it's clearly a city bike. I think I messed up on this one. So as you can see, I am in nature, but I don't have a bike. So what I did was I made a big mistake in renting that bike, but it was just impossible. I could walk up the hills faster than I could ride. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I learned a valuable lesson. I found a really lovely place to pitch up my tent. Super peaceful. It's starting to get dark, so I'm gonna pitch it. I don't think you want to see all this, do you? Oh my god, I seriously cannot believe this. Just as I was putting the top cover on, the rain cover on, I started to spit a little bit and I thought, oh, I should maybe put the camera inside. And oh, holy shit, as soon as I did that, whoosh. I think it's so funny because everything that I know about camping and trying to stay... Why are you so foggy? Because it's so hot in here. Okay. How about now? Whatever. So anyways, everything I know about camping and staying warm, the key is to stay dry. So luckily I don't have just like one pair of clothes, so like I'm a little bit wet, but not that bad. I really hope that I did everything right. This is the first time doing it by myself. I don't know. Everything's wet, but what can you do? Oh my gosh. Can you hear that thunder? I think we're in for a real treat tonight. That's the thing about Sweden is I was reading that in the summertime, yeah, it's warmer. It's a good time to visit, but be prepared for the rain. So that's why I had to make sure that this bad boy was waterproof. And it is. pretty much all set up. It's still raining a little bit. I think the thunderstorm has actually passed. And I realized that I forgot a light, so I'm just gonna use my phone's flashlight to make my dinner. But what that means is I'm gonna have to say goodnight to you guys right now, and I'll see you in the morning. Just got out of bed. Look! Wow. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I love Sweden. Come on. Alright, let's do this one shot. Go! Nice. This, and this. That's pretty good. It's gonna keep me full for a while. At least another hour or two. Ugh. I've been doing a lot of research on the whole Viking situation because I find it super duper interesting. The Vikings in Gotland had settlements throughout the island and jetties along the coast. Apparently, they were great traders and dealt mostly with Eastern Europeans and the Arabs. Now, I was surprised to hear this because I thought they were people who went to raid and plunder, which they did, but they also had these settlements in between their excursions. So they would use their violence to help them grow their wealth. So I wanted to know where they went. Were they colonized? They just stopped raiding and plundering, and they were just the Scandinavians they've always been. It's just kind of mind-blowing that I had this perception that, yeah, they just like disappeared or they were overtaken or like killed off or something. No, I am no expert by any means. I just found it so interesting. And then right before bed, as I'm like getting everything ready, putting my sleeping bag out and everything, I'm listening to a podcast about Norse religion and mythology, and they're talking about sacrifices and like the things that they would do.
A common form of sacrifice was the killing of an animal, typically a pig or a horse, that the participants then ate together.
Not a good thing to listen to before you go to bed in the middle of nature by yourself. What was I thinking? Oh yeah. Sun, get at me. Wouldn't it be nice if things were actually magic? That's it. I'm gonna make sure I leave the place better than I found it. Okay, bye. And head back into the city because there's still so much to explore. So I think it's about a 40-minute walk. I'm gonna try and power through so I can get myself some coffee, and then I'll take you with me around the town, see if there's anything we missed. So I'm no expert, but I would venture a pretty strong guess that one of the reasons that this city is considered a World Heritage Site is because it's got these walls in really excellent condition surrounding the city. I don't think I've seen something like that in a European city for a long time. It's really well intact. And if we look through the little peephole, we can see the sea. Not too shabby. It's been a really lovely time just chatting with some locals and getting to know some people, but I'm looking forward to meeting some friends in Stockholm as well. So let's keep going. I've still got one really cool place I want to show you. So apparently the street that I'm walking down now is supposed to be one of the most famous. So way back in the old days, people used to have a fish market here. And it used to be one of the stinkiest, smelliest streets. But now I just see a bunch of roses everywhere. It's absolutely stunning. It's so cool to me that you have the possibility of imagining life hundreds and hundreds of years ago and then walking the same streets. You can kind of get a feel for life back then. It's pretty hard to imagine, but with a little imagination, anything's possible, right? Pretty cool. Alright, so this is the last place I wanted to take you. It does not smell like fish at all. Actually, when the wind blows, you can smell the roses. This has got to be one of Sweden's hidden gems. Not this street, but I think Gotland in general. It's one of these places where I can see myself staying for a week and then ending up here for like years. It's one of those kind of places. Anyways, I really hope that you loved the experience as much as I did. I hope one day, if you haven't already been here, that you do have a chance to come see it. And if not, I'm so glad that you came with me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the big city next. Take care, friends. Hello.